So Mohamed, what are your impressions of today's events?
I think what just happened is the best outcome anyone could have hoped for. The incumbent president losing and gracefully calling the winner to congratulate him. I think it's saving the country from a lot of trouble, and it's a huge credit to the Senegalese citizens, the political actors, both the incumbent president and the opposition. I think everybody is happy that the elections happened freely, fairly, and the Senegalese voice has been heard.
Until Wade made that phone call, nobody was sure that there would be a free, fair, peaceful resolution to this campaign. What do you think was the cause of Wade's decision to make that phone call and to transfer power peacefully?
I think no one knows, but the preliminary results that were coming in, the gap was so huge that it would be difficult for him to make up the numbers. So I think he had a good, he had party agents throughout the country who probably provided him the information on the actual votes he got, and it doesn't seem like he had the required numbers to win the elections, and he saved everybody a lot of headaches, a lot of problems, and a lot of suspicions.
What was the role of the citizen observers in this process?
I think it was great. It was great. For the first time, we saw most of the Senegalese citizen groups coming together, forming an alliance and observing the elections. I think they reassured the population that the elections are being watched by independent groups, and that all the informations are going to be shared with the population. And that, I think, helped build the confidence of citizens in the system, and luckily everything went well, and there were some incidents that the civic groups noticed and worked with authorities to solve them. That's another positive thing in their involvement, because they were able to call the authorities and discuss, alert them of potential problems and make suggestions on how to correct them. And I think the authorities played their role in doing whatever they could to solve those problems, all of which contributed to the outcome we have at hand right now.
How was this year's monitoring effort different from previous citizen monitoring efforts in Senegal?
I think in the past, each group went on its own and did its own observation. They didn't come together, they didn't consult each other, they didn't have a consolidated deployment plan. But this year they did all that, and the result is that they had more coverage, they spoke the same voice, and I think it worked well.
What role did new technologies play in the monitoring effort?
I think new technologies brought their effort to the next level. Traditionally relied on paper and cell phone call, but now they have a website, they have SMS technology, and the support of organizations like One World and NDI played a huge role in enabling them to use those technologies, because they didn't have that capacity, they didn't have the infrastructure and the equipment to do it. So those new partners helped strengthen their capacity, and I think it will be an integral part of their observation efforts for future elections now.
What are your expectations for future elections?
My expectations that Senegal will continue on the same path, continuing to serve as an example in Africa, and organizing free, fair, and transparent elections. these elections went well, but I think the civic groups should not take anything for granted. It required a lot of work, and future elections would require as much work, so they need to keep the effort up, they need to keep the vigilance up.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.